Hello, everyone. This is Sydney.
And this is Richard.
And that is Darlene. And that is Cepeda.
Hi.
And these are my parents.
Hi.
And they are visiting us in Seattle. And so naturally, we're making them do a beer review.
Guest beer reviewers, you know, twice the fun.
This is our first guest people on. So they don't know what they're doing.
Not at all.
We're so honored, though.
Yes, you should be honored. This is the first. So what do we have?
So we have a seasonal release from Ninkasi. It's called Believer. It's a double red ale. So we got this at QFC. We've seen it at Trader Joe's, so it should be pretty easy to find. I'm not sure what states that distributes to, but Ninkasi's a pretty large brewery, so it shouldn't be too hard to find.
Cool. And what does double red ale mean?
So a red ale, basically it means the type of malt they use. It's, you know, darker than a pale ale, but, you know, it's not going to be super dark. So actually it does look kind of reddish. Double just means more of the same, basically. So it's just going to be bigger. This one is 6.9% alcohol by volume. So, you know, a little kicked up.
That's barely kicked up.
It's a little kicked up. It's not crazy. It's not out of the stratosphere.
It'll be kicked up for her.
You know.
Right.
So, have you guys ever had Ninkasi?
No, not
Have
at
you
all.
ever seen it?
Nope.
I may have. You say Trader Joe's?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I may have seen that.
Where is the
before.
brewery out of?
The brewery is out of Oregon. It's in Eugene, Oregon.
Okay.
Ninkasi is actually the Sumerian god of brewing. So it's a very ancient, powerful, evocative name. I like it a lot.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys don't know anything about brown ales or any things like that, so you don't know what to expect at all.
I just like taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taste is important here.
Red ales tend to be a little maltier than like a pale ale or something. It's going to have a little more of that richness, little maybe sweetness, but they're still kind of bitter. It's not like a brown ale where it's all malty.
Okay.
So
Okay.
All right.
should
Ready
be a good
to give
balance.
it a try?
I'm
Yep,
gonna tell you if
absolutely.
I like it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's all smell it first.
Yeah.
Smells like beer.
It has that maltiness, like
It smells a little sweet.
yeah, it
It's got that
smells a little sweet.
Yeah, kind of a sweet.
Mm-hmm.
taste.
It had a good amount of head. It's dissipating, not too quickly, but
Great color.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pretty brown orange color.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I think I'm liking it. The orange in it.
Give it a taste.
All right.
Cheers. Cheers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely get that
Oh,
hoppy
this is tasty.
bite up front, then it quickly fades into like a sweet, malty back to it.
Yeah, I get that part.
Yeah.
The malty back and the fading, how it kind of goes back to your back of your throat.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say like
for
the
sure.
back of your tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Oh, this is tasty.
Do you guys taste anything? Like any notes of any fruit
I was
or?
gonna say, is it fruity? Is it my imagination or?
I feel there's a little bit of that dried fruit note, very faint. Not like a barley wine at all, but
Yeah. Yeah.
like a hint of it.
Mm-hmm.
Subtle.
Do you guys? So how would you describe hoppy like to them?
Hoppiness has two components to it. It can either add bitterness, which is a pretty straightforward kind of characteristic, or it can add different notes of like citrusy, piney, earthy, depending on what kind of hops they use. Mostly in America, it would be citrusy and piney.
Yeah, I'm tasting the pine.
I'm tasting pine too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know what it was
Yeah.
until he was describing hops.
Yeah. I feel like it's changing. Just like the longer it sits on my tongue, I'm feeling something different. I'm tasting something
Oh,
different.
for sure.
It's like I get that hoppy feeling you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you guys probably don't really drink hoppy beer at all.
No.
Like
So-
that kind of bitter, like punch.
Right.
sort
So
of.
if I wanted something similar to this, I would say I want a hoppy beer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You would
Okay.
say you want something with strong hops.
Yeah, I'd say actually relatively to a lot of American beers, this isn't super hoppy. It's hoppy, but like it gets extreme. So
Yeah.
For people
you don't
who
want-
don't
Right.
drink hops, it's
Right,
probably
but
really
if you
high.
go to a bar and say I want something super hoppy, you might end up with something that you can't even
Yeah.
drink. Like it's
Okay.
too bitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bitterness
So-
is definitely something that you kind of acclimate to. So, that might also be one reason it changes as you drink it. Like,
Right.
you get used to that bitterness backing, and
Right.
you kind of can see past it to the other elements.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So
this is pretty good.
what would you guys rate it on a scale of 1 to 5?
I would give it a 3. I would give it a 3. It's still new to me.
Okay.
I haven't fallen in love with it, but I would try it again.
And you don't
again.
hate it.
And I definitely don't hate it. So
Sure.
I would give it a 3.
Yeah, that's solid.
What about you, honey?
I would give it a 4 because it's not my choice of beer, but it tastes really good.
Okay.
It's not my style of beer, a hoppy beer, but it tastes really good.
And
I wouldn't be disappointed if someone poured this for me at a
Sure.
party or something.
Sure.
I can
Okay.
finish this beer.
Sure. What about you?
I think I'd give it a 3.5. I think its bitterness could be dialed back just a little bit, make it a little more balanced, but this is a really good beer. I could definitely see buying this again. If you want something, like if you drink pale ales a lot and you want something that's a little richer, a little sweeter, definitely I would recommend this. It kind of has that same characteristic of a lot of pale ales or maybe a more mild IPA, but just really easy to drink.
Yeah, I'd probably give it 3.5. Like, it's not my style, like my dad said, but it's, again,
Dad said. She's a daddy's girl.
whatever.
Let's not play favorites here. We're all on the same team.
But yeah, it's, if someone gave it to me, I wouldn't be mad at it at all. And so
If I had a 6-pack of this, I would drink the 6-pack, no problem.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it would be
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be like, oh God, I gotta finish this.
Right.
Right.
Give it away.
Let me
Yeah.
Right.
Bring
Hey,
it to a
man.
party.
Don't
somewhere.
wanna waste it.
bottle of this? Delicious. No, it's not like that at all.
No.
Okay. So you guys feel like you would be willing to try other hoppy beers or drink this beer again, or?
Well, Richard tends to know what I like, so I don't think Richard would serve me this one again. I think he would take me in another direction, right, Richard?
Sure, yeah.
We
Yeah.
went to some breweries in Seattle, and when the waiter asked my mom what she liked, and she just goes, "Richard, what do I want?" Like, I don't know. Ask him. So, Richard, don't necessarily give my mom something like this
Sure.
again.
Okay.
Not that she hates it.
Right.
She doesn't hate
But
it
I
at all.
just think you could do better, Richard.
Sure, okay.
For me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do better
I-
next time.
Hey, mentally noted. Next time, for sure.
Right.
Well, any last comments?
Well, if there is a hoppier beer than this, I probably definitely wouldn't want it.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be like for someone who's not a drinker of
Sure.
hoppy beers. This is one to give them or to try.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good intro hop beer.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good way to describe
That's-
it.
that's-
yeah. Thanks,
yeah,
you guys. This
better way
was,
of saying it.
This is a
Yeah.
good way.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's good now that we know, since like craft beer, like this is nothing compared to some hoppy beers.
Oh, yeah,
like
for
now you guys have kind of like tested a intro hop beer,
Yes.
and you know that other super hoppy things are maybe
Right.
not the way.
If
you
I
want
was
to
trying to acquire a taste for this kind of style of beer, this would be what I'd start with.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
a good
Yeah.
training
Yeah.
wheel hop
It's-
beer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Training.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
It. That's
Absolutely.
it. Great job. That's it.
Well, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks,
We really
Laura.
appreciate the help.
Thanks, Richard.
Absolutely.
That's it. You're Richard.
For being our willing minions and our new adding guests to our channel.
Partners. Companions.
So, you guys won't be here for the next pour, so, until next pour when you're in Seattle,
Yeah,
Ooh,
absolutely.
Seattle.
and then until next pour next week.
Until next pour.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.